Hi, I'm Elder Jayme Jordan, and I'm here to bring you a small group lesson for the week. Now we know we are in a series rooted in suffering, but rising in victory, and it's our week 2. So today's lesson was about you gotta go through to get through. And man, that was a powerful message. Whether you were online again or if you were in the sanctuary, you had to be like, wow, that was powerful. Thank you, Pastor Trent, for that message. You gotta go through to get through. The righteous person faces many troubles, but the Lord comes to the rescue each time. I love how he even repeated it. The righteous person faces many troubles. Man, that was powerful because some of us, we do all the right things. We go to church on Sunday. We pay our tithes. And when something happens, we're like, why is this happening to me? I do everything right. And he kind of brought that out, but you got to remember sometimes what you go through is to help you, not to hurt you. But I think that's kind of hard to even grasp, right? Because you think that that's what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to always do the right thing and right things, great things happen to right people. But sometimes God takes some things and he makes it so that you can grow from it. So I wrote down some points, and I want to bring them out so I don't want to miss it, right? He said, when you say to yourself, what else could possibly go wrong? How many times have we said that? What else could possibly go wrong? What else can possibly go wrong? Especially when you're doing all the right things and then things happen and it really knocks you back and you take it personal. Yeah, we think, we can't help but take it personal, especially if I'm living all the right things. But God has something in that for you, right? And then he said, why do bad things happen to good people? And there's another question that we do ask. Why do bad things happen to good people? Right? The bad people, they get away with everything. You ever notice that sometimes you know a person that's always doing wrong and it seems like I think I've heard somebody say one time, they always seem like they're blessed and they don't even live right. Think about that for a second. Are they really blessed? Are they really blessed? Then he says, suffering has purpose beyond you. Sometimes we got to remember, kind of reminds you of that one Temptation movie when he said, this ain't even about you, right? And sometimes it's not about you. It's about God's purpose. It's about kingdom building, right? And you got to go through to get through so that God's purpose will come to pass. Think about the things that happened to Jesus. Do you think he wanted to be beaten and nailed to the cross, but he had to go through so that we can get through, right? He did all that for us. So sometimes we're going to have to go through some stuff. One of my favorite sayings is this. Some of us want to reign with Christ, but nobody want to suffer with him. And that is such a true statement, right? We all want all the glory, but we don't want none of the suffering. We just want all the glory. But sometimes we got to suffer a little bit just so that it will shape us, mold us, and guide us through different things. And another thing he said was trials and tribulations position us for purpose. Trials and tribulation positions us for purpose. Think about that. That was powerful. That was a powerful statement, Trump, because sometimes we go through things and we have no idea that God is building character in us. He's building the endurance, things that we can stand, because before, if we never went through nothing, we couldn't stand to go through anything. Because something happened, we fall out like a baby in a store crying and kicking, right? But we got to go through some things so that we can stand the test of time. I know it's hard to say, and it's easy to say it, but hard to live it, right? So let's make sure that we stand, right? And the other thing is everyone wants to reign with Christ, right? Sometimes God leaves us in the red. I thought that was really cute. And I thought that was it's cute, funny, and true. Because when you send somebody a text, and when they read it, but they don't reply, right? And then you're like, I know they read it. But they haven't replied. Sometimes that's what God does. He listens to our prayers and he hears our prayers and he just ain't responded yet. And it's the wait. The wait should be doing something for us. That's where we should find our strength in the wait, because we know God heard our prayers. I know God heard my prayer. But it's the wait where he's building that character and he's building endurance. He's fixing your heart. So sometimes you got to be put on red. I like that. That was really enough for us, for the church, that puts you in a state of mind where, sometimes I got to be on red. But today I want you to kind of listen. And if you got to go back, I'm always telling everybody to go back and listen to the message again because I always do, because I get a little bit more the second time I listen to it. So I want you to go back, listen to the message. Then in small group, talk about it. There's some questions that's going to be asked. And I want you to be transparent as usual because this is about growth. This is about maturing in Christ. So I want to make sure that you get all that God has for you. I don't want you left out. I don't want you on red, right? So I want you to get it. So go ahead, enjoy your small group, and we'll see you next week for the third week of Rooted in Suffering. Now remember, it's anniversary week, so hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.